Welcome to the Coffee Klatch, a mini-series from Elevate. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Nickie. Think of this as your quick wellness coffee break, a chance for us to sip, chat, and unpack the best tips from our guest interviews.
You know that feeling when a podcast inspires you, but you're not quite sure where to start? Yeah, we've been there.
That's why we created Coffee Klatch. We ask each guest one simple step you can take today to elevate your wellness.
You can grab all the small but mighty steps in our Wellness Made Simple download, shared to inboxes each week. Pick one a week or one a season.
You see, sustainable change happens one tiny step at a time.
So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's dive into today's Coffee Klatch. Hey friends, welcome to the Coffee Klatch. We are so glad to be here this morning. I think my
yes, we are.
Cold. Nickie and I have been chatting before we even get on here, and I'm just going to be honest. I think my coffee is cold,
and I'm just cold and just about empty. So we're going to do more talking during this Coffee Klatch than actually drinking coffee, which is fine.
Yeah,
totally good. Yeah.
We get distracted and forget to hit record because we're just having such a good conversation. But we are going to be talking about Moms of Myrtle. We had them on last week. Wonderful ladies, Jess and Melissa. They have a lot going on for moms and families in this area. And we're going to be talking about their one simple step, which was such a lovely reminder. Before we get into that,
we're talking a little bit about the phone. I'm holding up the phone. But before that, right?
Yes, Nickie and I, and this is why our coffee is cold, we were talking about orthorexia nervosa. And if you have not heard of this, I believe it is going to resonate with you, whether it's personal or it's someone that you know. And
absolutely.
Orthorexia nervosa is the obsession with eating clean.
And who knew that we would get to a point in our society where obsession with eating clean would be an issue? But here we are talking about that. Yes, it's important to eat clean. We want to eat all of the things that are good for us and nourish our bodies. But now we're seeing an issue from that way of thinking, right, Rachel?
Yes. And I want to say for a while now, we have witnessed our younger generation being more conscious of how they eat, movement, all the things. And it's really good. They don't go off to college and gain the freshman 15 or 20 anymore. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore.
I know it was when I was in college because I did it. So I don't know, but you're right.
Yeah, now I think I did like the freshman 25. What I don't even know. It wasn't good. Ramen noodles, all the things. But our younger generation in their 20s, they have more information available to them. Podcasts, wellness-based podcasts, books, all the things that they're really wrapped up in, more conversations about health and wellness. We're more aware now than ever that, hey, some of these issues that we're having, autoimmune disorders that are on the rise, cancer, chronic issues that we're having, gut health is really going back to not just what we're eating or how we're eating, but the ingredients that are put in our food. And it's not even the ingredients. We can go as far back as what is sprayed on our crops before they even get to the grocery store. And I think what is happening is we're realizing we're a very sick culture.
Yes.
And we want to eat clean, but we go to this extreme to where if it's not pure and as clean as we just don't eat. Some women, I want to say it's probably mostly women, young adults, are suffering with something that is otherwise a good intention of saying, I really want to take care of myself. But then they are afraid to start eating anything. Like, for example, I've been on a road trip. I truly believe I've been there before, Nickie, and I might still be there a little bit. But
I've probably been there too. So I think that's part of what we're seeing. Even though I'm older than you, I have developed that mindset as well about, well, I'm not going to go into the convenience store and eat something that feels really bad for me. I'll just wait. How long do I wait though? And how long is waiting become a problem literally down the road when you're traveling and in your long-term health? if you're just not eating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you end up feeling horrible because you don't have anything fueling your system. I've been there. That is a perfect example where, I didn't pre-pack a snack. Then you feel guilty about it. We could talk about the rabbit hole we go down with that, right? Like, well, I didn't boil my hard-boiled eggs and I didn't bring the best Simple Mills crackers and I didn't. So now we're at a gas station and you're looking at all this ultra processed stuff, and do you get the best that you can and walk away and let it go? Or do you walk away and feel horrible? And that right there is part of orthorexia nervosa.
But let's talk about that then. So there you are. When you make that decision, what do you do? How do we know what's best? And this is just my perspective. This is just my opinion. When I'm in that situation, I try to look for my best option.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be water, or maybe it is a sparkling water, something fun like that, or a vitamin C, the vitamin water, if I wanted something a little different. And I don't eat regular chips or crackers or anything like that. So I'd have to look for something that was a better option than those for me. Because if I eat the regular stuff, it does make me feel bad. So I think the thing is we have to figure out, don't paralyze yourself into walking away without anything to put in your body to get you through to where you can get something more nutritious.
Mm-hmm.
Make some sort of choice that's the healthiest choice to get you to the next stop, so to speak. What do you think? Do you think that's how we should try to think about it? Because I'm like you, I'm a rabbit hole person too. I can take a deep dive into something and get lost in something to the point where then I'm paralyzed and do nothing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fortunately, I mean, two things. A lot of like quick stops now, they do offer fruit. Grab a banana and grab an apple. And then, you'll have individuals that go down the rabbit hole of like, yeah, but this isn't organic. That is where you get that diagnosis of, I have to look at my notes, orthorexia nervosa every time I say it. The second thing is, if you are that individual, more than likely you are eating so healthy, pure and clean, 99% of the time, that this one moment where you are faced with not the optimal choice, you're going to be okay. Your entire health wellness journey of being the healthiest vessel that you are can be, full of energy, whatever your motivation is, mental clarity. Maybe you had family that had chronic illness and you're like highly aware of that. This one moment is not going to completely take you off course. Even if you go out to eat with friends or you go over to a family member's home, participate in the community, in the friendship, in the relationship, in the food that is brought to you around the table. It's okay if it's not what you normally eat, because right then and there, it's not what you normally eat. It's just this one time it's going to be okay. That's what I think about that, is like, these are one-off moments. And we just have to take a deep breath and realize it's not going to completely derail us.
Is this something that if people are struggling with this to the point where they're not able to have those community interactions, family interactions, going out to eat with friends, do they need to get help from someone to get past it? Is it become so ingrained in their mind that they need some help, some therapy to move past it? Because this is new to me as far as it actually being a official diagnosis.
Yeah. I think it's important that the people that we surround ourselves with don't fuel the flame. So if this is something that an individual can identify with, absolutely seek somebody within the wellness community that can be neutral about it. And even any of our guests will sit down with them and say, hey, look, I know how to optimize health and wellness, and be their support system rather than leaning on maybe their friends that are also struggling with the same thing, because they'll only fuel that, right?
Or don't understand,
Or
someone not
don't
understanding.
understand.
Like, well, just
Yes.
that's ridiculous. Why are you feeling that way? Just get over it. That's the worst thing you could say to someone. So I think you made a valid point. We've had numerous guests on Elevate that talk about life coaching, health coaching, nutrition, plans that can help you in your journey. If you feel like you are struggling with orthorexia nervosa, then there are people, the experts in the wellness community in the Grand Strand that can help you.
Yes.
So don't, I think one thing I want to make sure that I say, don't ignore how you feel. How you feel is important and it needs to be validated, but make sure you are doing what you need for your health and wellness, that you aren't hurting yourself by not eating when you should. So get the support that you need to get you on the right path so you can overcome that, because that's going to become a real issue for you down the line too.
It is.
You're just not going to be able to be a part of gatherings because you're going to be scared, or you're not going to eat. It could lead to other issues.
Yeah. Well, and then you look at, the whole purpose of food. And this audience knows more than anything. The purpose of food is to fuel us so that we can live and
Right.
enjoy our relationships and enjoy those moments. And if we're unable to enjoy those moments because of food, we've got to flip the script a little bit, right? And I think we also live in more now than ever, perfection is always put in front of us. The
So true.
idea of perfection is always put in front of us. I don't know why I just did rabbit ears. I just did rabbit ears. But
I'll do it too.
yeah, thank you.
It's true.
Now I feel
That's
better.
true.
And we see that on social media.
That is exactly what I was going to say. We see everyone's highlight reel, myself included. I don't put myself out there when I'm having a bad day or look terrible. I put myself out there when I'm trying to be my best or there is a highlight moment. But we all have struggles, and this struggle with eating could really impact your life. You don't want to get to where you can't be a part of things, because how many things revolve around food? Just about everything, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
where are we eating? Where are we going to lunch, dinner? Who's coming over to grandma's house? What's grandma making? This event's coming up. So you need to really make sure you can be a part of that you're not missing out because you have a fear of not being able to eat the very best, perfect item. And honestly, that really doesn't exist anyway. Nothing's perfect, right?
No,
None of us is perfect.
you
So
just,
no food is perfect. You just got
yes,
to do the best that you can when whenever there's a situation that comes up that doesn't really meet your standards, so to speak.
yes, yeah. And to that point, too, the best that you can may not be the best that you once were able to do. There are different seasons in life. And it's easier said than done. We know as women, it is so difficult to accept that things change in every way,
Sometimes every day they
every day,
change.
right? And so it's almost like we have to wake up every day and remind ourselves it's my best today might not be on the same level of scale or standard that I had yesterday or 10 years ago, especially for moms. When we become moms, when we have family, we want to pour into our family. We don't have the amount of time and attention to pour into ourselves. And that is such a good thing. It is such a blessing. It is such a gift to be able to raise another little human being and see them grow. And it's a good segue. That is what I love about Moms of Myrtle, because they are supporting our moms and our families. They offer homeschooling, and they offer a social media platform to inform families of all the happenings. They also have something called the Eleanor Society, which offers wellness workshops where the moms are able to kind of drop their kids off to go do their things while they go and they learn about health and wellness or business building or photography and all of these things. And so I think that's really important too, that they offer that to our community, where the best that an individual can be today might look different than it was yesterday, but
Yeah.
they allow them that opportunity and gift them that opportunity to step in and kind of fuel themselves in another way outside of food, right?
That's right. Well, they're doing a great job in the community. There's just a wonderful, organization, and it's really exciting to see how women empower each other through Moms of Myrtle. And I'm a big believer in women lifting each other up, empowering one another, helping us to be the best that we can be, feel the best that we can feel. And that's truly what they're doing. And if we did more of that, we might not have some of the issues that we do face, because we would feel more confident about where we are in our lives and what we're trying to do with our families and how we're trying to eat in our health and wellness journey. And so it's lovely how Moms of Myrtle lift other women up in so many different ways, through the educational tier, through the health and wellness tier, just so many ways that they are helping women along the Grand Strand to live their best life so that they can be the best for their families. And that's really important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you'll have to go back and listen to the full episode. But the one thing that they did share, or one of the many amazing things that they did share as a reminder for elevating our wellness journey as a parent, but I think it really applies to every single one of us, is think about how you can create a little bit more space between you and your phone.
Yep. As I have it here,
Holy
the
smokes.
phone, right? Always by our sides. And it's so true. Step away from this electronic, step away from that phone for a little while. We know the impact of scrolling on social media. We know the impact of being on it too long. Put it away from you when you go to bed at night. If you use it as your alarm system, set it so loud that you can hear it from another room. Get it away from you. Take that time when you are with your family at night. You're at the dinner table. Everyone put all of their phones away. There's so many things that we can do to try to not have that attachment to that phone all day long, because it has become such a part of our lives, but we know the impact that it makes. So I love that simple step from them.
Yes, it's a nice reminder. It's also convicting a little bit. It's like, oh,
It really is.
rude, right?
No.
I do want to address the fact that there's almost an expectation that we are on our phone, whether it's from our employer, where you work, right? Family members. Why haven't you responded to my text? Well, like, when did you send it? I sent it 2 minutes ago.
We've got to get away from that. I feel that, oh gosh, I need to answer every text. I need to get it to it immediately. They're going to think I'm not caring about what they're sending me, or I need to answer it. I need to just get that off my list. I've actually been more conscious of saying, I'll answer when I can. They should understand that we're all busy and distracted, right? And it's not a reflection on how much I care about them. It's a reflection on, I've got to do it when I can and not feel that pressure to do something by answering a message. That's absolutely insane to feel like we need to do that so quickly. And if someone is assuming that we don't care about them because we're not getting back so quickly, have a conversation with them about that. But nonetheless, they're going to be okay. We just have gotten so built up with emotion that I've got to answer back, or I didn't hear back from them. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. It shouldn't be wrong. Just get back when you can, but don't let the phone and the messages and other people dictate how you should respond.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that and email. We get email to our phone.
Same thing.
How many apps ask you if they can send you notifications, news notifications, right? It's just we're easily accessible. And then it's a phone in itself. It actually rings too. Maybe. I don't even know if people call each other anymore. I ran into someone the other day and they saw me and they're like, "Oh, you sent me a text message." I'm like, "I did?" And they're like, "Yes, I think 2 weeks ago." I'm like, "Oh, no worries. If it was important, I probably would have followed up with a phone call.
Yeah.
No worries." And they're like, "I have 85 unread text messages."
Okay, that would drive me crazy. I don't like that. I like to clean out my bin every day and make sure everything's taken care of and check the list. But some people, it doesn't bother. Good for that person.
Well, I mean, they are a business owner, so I can understand. a little
Sure.
bit, maybe, but it just goes back and point is we have to clean up our communication style a little bit, I think. And we have to set healthy boundaries for ourselves and ultimately for our family. And what does that look like? Because our phone has walked into our life and has become a priority over the people in front of us, including ourselves. Every single one of us have found ourselves scrolling and 20 minutes later go, what did I do with my time?
So true.
It's so true. And I had read a statistic once. I'm going to totally butcher this, but the whole idea is every time you get distracted, like 1 minute of distraction, it takes you like twice as long or three times as long to get back focused on what you were doing. So if you've been distracted on your phone for 20 minutes, it's going to take you, 40 minutes just to get back on track to what you were doing. That's insane.
That's a lot of time lost as
It's a
well.
lot of time lost,
It
That's
is.
just so Nickie,
Our simple step is to step away from that phone.
what is something we can do, just real talk here, to put space between ourselves and our phone, where I actually started leaving it in my office space. And if I want to look at something, look up something, call somebody, text somebody, see if someone texted me, whatever it is, I have to physically walk away from my family environment and go into my study.
That's great. That's a great way to separate yourself. When I do my hot yoga, phones are not allowed. So I now leave my phone in the car. So I'm away from it for a total hour plus.
Good
You
for
know,
them for implementing that rule.
well, it's a distraction when
It
you're
is.
actually in the studio, but some people still bring it in, put it in their bin. I've made a conscious effort to just totally
Mm,
leave it. And it allows me to have that space just to be where I am at the moment in my mind, nothing distracting me. And that's really what the phone is, a distraction. But I think you're right. We have to do more things like put it in another room, not take it with you when you go into a workout class. I mean, I've gone into other workout classes and people are trying to lift weights and they're picking up the phone and looking. I'm thinking you're not even getting the full benefit of your exercise routine because you've brought your phone in. And of course, now it's tied to a watch. But I think you have to say, this is time away from that. I'll get it in an hour. Unless if it's a dire emergency, someone will find you if
hmm
you need to know something ASAP. But those are ways that I've tried to dismiss that phone and put it elsewhere.
Allows you to build community with the people around you too. Let's say just sticking with the gym. Now we have, well, our playlist is on our phone, or maybe our workout is on our phone, right?
Sure.
So there are all these ways that something that's seemingly good just keeps us attached to it. We just have to figure out if it's that important to us to be able to separate ourselves from it and keep that boundary. Maybe we write down our workout, like pen and paper. Is that old school now? Old school.
No.
Write it down.
And you know what
Are
else?
iPods still out there?
Go
What is
read.
that?
It's a
Go
book.
read. Yeah.
It's a book. These things that have pages. This is a book. Go read a book and put your phone down. Even if it's for 20 minutes, read a book. I am trying to be more aware of reading books. I've gotten away from it and I'm trying to do better with that. Listen, stop letting everything affect you.
No, that's perfect.
Stop let everything affect you. It's wonderful. Read more. Go to I think there's something about holding a book and the physical
Oh, yes.
pages.
Yes.
Um, I got another book. I do my Jesus Calling devotion.
I love Jesus Calling devotionals. I think I have the same one.
Yeah.
That's
Sarah
a good one.
Young. Love these. Flip through the pages,
Yes.
go through the pages. Just, it's 10 minutes to do your devotion or, that sort of thing, your meditation, anything.
Yes.
Just put down the phone, pick up something different.
That's such a good challenge. Okay.
Oh
If you
no,
have
now
a
we've
tendency,
challenged everyone. I'm going to fail. Don't worry. It'll be all
no, no,
right.
no, no. It's such a good challenge. So when you go eat, you stop for lunch, right? You go to your car. I used to go to, when I was working in physical therapy, I was like, I need a minute. I'd go to my car, right? And eat in silence. Introvert over here. Anybody that understands? So to recharge. bring a book. Leave your phone when you go to, if you're out at a coffee shop, challenge yourself to bring a book and sit there and read the book instead of your phone.
Mhm.
That would be such a great, work from home, go to your dining room table to eat lunch, sit there with a book. See how many ways you can trade in, because a lot of times our phone is there because we don't know what else to do with ourselves, and we don't give our brains that opportunity and gift of being bored. I mean, we kind of preach it to our kids like, hey, go be bored. That's where great ideas come from. Well, what about great ideas for us as adults too, or things that we just need to ponder or think about, quiet our mind? We never get to that point because we constantly have the phone. So it's like baby steps. How can you put your phone, 10 feet away from you, create a bigger boundary, leave it in a different room, forcing yourself to have to go back to it to check it, email? Can you take your email off your phone? Can you designate email time just to your desktop or laptop or whatever you work from? I've known some people to take social media off their phone. That's a
I have
huge challenge.
That is
Yeah.
a challenge. Some folks will just take it off for a while, and then when they're ready, add the app back to
Mm-hmm.
it. But it really is a way of just chop it off,
Yes.
just get rid of it for a while. And I admire that. So,
Yeah.
but these steps that we've talked about are good ways. You know what? If you're listening, you're watching, let us know ways that you are trying to distance yourself from your phone and giving yourself more time to do other things. And what are those other things that you're doing to fill your mind and heart and soul with good stuff rather than scrolling so you lose all that time? So,
Right. This was such a good coffee clutch. Thanks for chatting with me, Nickie.
girl, I
Yeah.
love it. I love chatting with you. I love having cold coffee with you any
Yeah,
day.
right. And there's like a drop at the bottom of my coffee cup. That was
It's
a
down
good
to
conversation right there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Until we see each other again, right?
Yes, friends, let us know if any of this has resonated with you. If you have anything that you would like to share with us that would be helpful for us in our community too, from orthorexia nervosa and how that's impacting you, or you see people impacted by it, we can keep that conversation going. If you know someone that you'd like to hear on the podcast that could speak to that, please let them know. We are here to support you, support your wellness journey, your friends, your family, and the community. And again, like Nickie said, give us some tips on how to keep that phone at least an arm's length away and set
Yes.
some healthy boundaries.
Yes. If you enjoyed this mini moment, leave us a 5-star review and share it with a friend who could use a little inspiration.
And be sure to subscribe to our newsletter to get our Wellness Made Simple download. All the best tips from the guests in one place.
You can also connect with us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. All the links are in the show notes.
We'll see you next time on the Coffee Klatch.